Exams.
Not seen anybody else yet.
No, just put up this on the cancel. Hi, Zans. Hi, Xander. You have your links ready.
Yeah. Hey, look at the camera. See the red shirt? Look at the camera. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Xander, pay attention to the camera.
He's more interested in the shirt.
What is it, Roseanne? Look this way.
Hi, my Serenity. Hi, London to Jamaica. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Toni-Ann.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Xander, look this way. See Toni-Ann saying hi.
Hi, Debbie.
My Serenity says hi. Say hi. Say hello, guys. You want to say hi today? Yeah? That's with the bubbles today. Xander? Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Are there any cheap lots in Manchester?
3.5 to 5 million. We have something in that price.
Newport, 3.8 million. We also have Cedar Grove. Asking is 6, but it's negotiable.
Louis says, hi, Claudio. Could you explain a common law title and what is your advice in purchasing a property with this kind of title?
Hi, Xander. All right. So, first of all, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. So, you have two types. So, you have the registered title, which is a title that comes under the Register of Titles Act. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Registered title. Which is, we have a registered title that we can show them quickly. You got a title in your email. You can probably show them the top. Palmbrook Estates, registered title, right? Then you have what's called a common law title, which is what we used to use back in the day under the common law of Jamaica. So one is tornado law.
Mm-hmm.
You have the common law.
It's almost like when they have common law marriage.
Right.
You have real marriage with a certificate, and then you have the common law marriage,
which is, how do I explain it?
You have documentation to say yes, these two people were together for this extent of time, but it's not no actual certificate. So with the common law title, you have documentations like the survey and your receipt and a drafted letter. Sometimes it says that I, John Brown, sell Toni-Ann Dietrich this on this date for X amount of money. But it's not a physical title.
Or a conveyance.
Right.
To say, same thing, like a sale agreement, and it's stamped up. To say, I'm trying to remember who sent me a conveyance document that I may have. So, you have, so that's basically how it is. So, under the common law, meaning the common way of doing things at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote. So back in the day, we used to just point and say, that tree stump right there, that guango tree, over to that ackee tree, and to that mango tree, and to that guinea tree, the four corners. This is the land I'm selling you. And you sign up and write up a document, and you say, yes, that's it. So that's under the common law, meaning, trying to find a way to explain common law to you.
Can you purchase land on the common law today?
Yeah, man. People still sell land on the common law title. Just that the bank's not taking it.
Okay, so if you're buying such a land, you'd have to buy cash.
Cash, yes. You can't get a loan. But the act is, there was an act that was passed, and I'm googling it here now. I think it's called the Registrar of Titles Act. It's on your title. Bring up a palm book title and let me see, Toni-Ann.
Let's see. One moment, everyone.
Registrar.
It's actually a workman calling.
Rachel, you can take the call, please. Xander. Toni-Ann is blocking your view, correct?
I'm sorry.
And you want to tell her, please remove your hat.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, tell her, please remove your hat.
Call him back for me, Rach. No, on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, the Registrar of Titles Act, 1954.
Certificate of title on the Registers of Titles Act. Yes.
See the screen?
No, they're not seeing the screen. Let me share.
Whose title is that?
I think it's a Draxol commercial.
Scroll up. Right, so we don't want to show. Scroll down. Don't show that part. Just show up here. Up here. Who's done? I can't see. Tell them we're on YouTube Live. All right, so they're now seeing the screen?
No, not yet.
1 second, everybody. We're just trying to. All right, maybe we should tell them what. Okay, so.
All right, so this is it.
So these registered titles are governed under an act called the Registration of Titles Act, which was an act that was passed to be able to give us a registered title. Am I explaining it now?
Okay.
Because back in the day, we used to just do the common law. So the common law means the common things that man do
In the process of selling land.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Under the common, there is something called the common law, and there's something called the act, right?
Right.
So we have lots of acts, different acts that were passed. So this is one of them.
So question though, what's the advantage or disadvantage of buying one over the other?
So this one, so let me explain now. So this one, so there's a register book that is kept at the titles office, and each registered title is given a volume and folio number. All right? So that's how we would identify the title itself, with the volume and the folio number. For this one, you can see that the date issues on the 28th day of March 2020. Which was last year, and it's coming from a parent title, which is volume 1480 and folio 649, and it's asking if a plan is annexed. Yes, a plan is annexed, meaning a plan is attached to this particular title.
Okay.
All right. So basically, no. All right. So let us tell them what is the Registrar of Titles Act. Found it here under the Ministry of Justice website. What happened? You ready to talk now? You want to answer some questions? Xander, you want to answer some questions?
No, not this
Not
page.
Not that one I want.
Not the act itself.
No, I don't need the act. Just go to the Ministry of. Right? So it gives me a brief explanation. You can share it.
It's shared.
Okay, so can you just read that for me, please?
Registration of titles, an act to give certainty to the title to estates in land and to facilitate the proof thereof, and also to render dealings with land more simple and less expensive.
Right. So it gives you, when you have this title in your hand, it gives you certainty that you own the property, which is why you hear me keep saying.
Before it was unclear?
Before, well, I guess I figured it was unclear because there was no registrar.
Oh, so you're not sure who owns what?
Right. There is no registry to say Claudia Davis owns this volume of folio.
Okay.
There was no book of registry to register. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So there was no. So I could just sell the land to Toni-Ann, but there's no record anywhere to say Toni-Ann owns this land. So nobody else can. Know. Right, only both of us would know. So basically, you're asking me the advantage and disadvantage. The disadvantage is that you will not be able to take a loan from any lending institution in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. Because they want you to have they'll only do dealings with a registered title because they're sure that it is registered and that the titles office is keeping a registry of the land and the dealings. But on the titles, you will see, so it's one title all the time. So if I'm selling you a property, my property is the same title, but at the bottom of it, they're going to put now that Tom Brown owns this title.
Okay, right, so everyone who owns the property name would be on it at some point.
At some point in time.
Okay.
So titles go way back to 1909.
But suppose Louis does go ahead and purchase this property without title.
He can go and get it registered.
Okay.
But you have to make sure that the person you're buying it from really is the owner. Not just a property tax paper to show that they're paying taxes, but some kind of a receipt, some kind of a conveyance, and the receipt usually they stamp it to at the stamp office. Some kind of conveyance written up and stamped, witnessed by JP and all of that to show. Because they're going to want to know how did you
go about getting this.
That person you're buying it from, how did they get it? So you must have some kind of a record.
Okay. Serenity wants to know if you have any experience with building a pool. And if so, what is required?
No. You need to get it approved by the parish council, of course. Okay. You can't just drop a pool in your backyard. But we have people on the island who are very good at pool. Harris Pools come to mind. They build quite a number of pools across the island. It's a family that specializes in pools, right? Swimming pools. Harris Pools. I don't like water, so I don't really like swimming pools. Even though I did learn to swim somewhere along the line. I went to Woolman, so yes, I learned to swim.
Nicholas wants to know, Miss Claudia, what do you think of the Shooters Hill development in Portmore?
Anything in Portmore is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I mean, these houses coming out at 7 million, is it? Or 7.5, somewhere there?
Shooters Hill? That's a reasonable price.
More than reasonable. Anything in Portmore is like the second city. So persons who can't afford to live in St. Andrew, they will live in Portmore. So it's like the second city.
And if you're lucky to get one in Shooters Hill, go after it.
Right. As a matter of fact, when we had lockdowns, the government of Jamaica realized that half of the workforce came from St. Catherine. So I couldn't even though St. Andrew was a lockdown, they didn't have any workforce. No workforce. But if you can get one of those in Shooters Hill, go ahead. And remember, we always talk about first movers. First movers. If you are the first person buying into this development, you will be getting it at the lowest cost. So
why not?
Why not? If you're selling it back or anybody else selling back, they're not going to sell it at the price that they bought it for, right? They're going to sell it for more. So first movers, everybody.
1, 2, Claudia, I would like to buy a house in Ingleside, Mandeville. We're in Mandeville today.
We were in Mandeville today. We went all the way to St. Elizabeth. So if we look a little cranky and broke down, that's because we drove out at 5 a.m.
and then raced back.
And then shot it to Mandeville, to St. Elizabeth, and shot it back. We were in St. Elizabeth because we're looking at a housing development in Goshen. So you're going to be seeing that one coming up in Goshen. What's it called again?
Genesis Manor.
Genesis Manor. Very, very nice houses, everybody. So those coming up at 27 million. So those of you who want to live in St. Elizabeth, really, really good option. Yes, fully gated, 24-hour security.
It has amenities like the pool and the gym.
All of those things. I mean, watch out for the video, guys. You get everything. I mean, them have it, right? So Ingleside, you can ask us to check the system. John, just suck your finger on public TV.
One who also wants to know what areas in Kingston are inexpensive but are improving in safety and infrastructure. I would like to get a property there as well. What area in Kingston is inexpensive but safe?
What do you call inexpensive? You can live anywhere in Jamaica. You know? You can live anywhere in St. Andrew as long as nobody's looking for you. That's the truth. I've lived at Maxfield Avenue. Where else have you lived in St. Andrew? I did a stint down at Bay Farm in Waterhouse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was my father.
We lived at what's that road? Beaches? No.
Beechwood Avenue.
Beechwood Avenue.
Bottom of Beechwood Avenue, right at Black Rose's corner. Yeah. So you can live anywhere in Jamaica as long as nobody's looking for you. But you say inexpensive. What is inexpensive for you? You have to tell us. Because inexpensive for me may not be inexpensive for you. All right? So what budget are you trying to figure out and maneuver? Let us know.
Where Lit says, please tell me what size of land along with cost in Manchester. Also, may I have your contact number, please? The contact number is 876-292-6776. I'll put it in the message. Or you can try mine, 876-370-8138.
And what was the other part of the question?
Okay, so inexpensive for them is 14 to 25 million.
That's inexpensive. 14 to 25 million. Go to the top. Go to 25 million.
Yeah, 14 million is going to get you where? Doheny Park.
Doheny Park, Corville.
Corville. Will it get in Harborview? No, it will not.
Will not get in Harborview.
That's like 17, 18 now.
More than that, no. We can check. But if your budget is 25 million, you need to stay at the top, not try and cheap it out at the bottom. So try for 20 to 25 million. And what will that get you? Xander is getting matured. All right, you want to check and see what they will get for 20 to 25 million? You want a house in St. Andrew, not Kingston. So everybody, Kingston is below Crossroads, right? The only thing you can probably buy downtown to live now is the apartment buildings. The ones on the Ocean Towers.
I think that's the name.
Ocean something or another. But we're talking about St. Andrew, which is above. Yes, this is Xander. Xander is my grandson. And he was 4 months last week. So he's learning the ropes. So we can answer all these questions, right?
He's on a co-host YouTube Live.
Are you going to see what's available in St. Andrew for 22? Is there another question I can take while we do that?
Size and cost of land in Manchester.
All right, so the Manchester, the Newport is 1/4 acre. Excuse me. What sneezing is that? All right, so it is 1/4 acre. So excuse me, Xander.
That's usually what the lot sizes are in Manchester.
Yeah,
like quarter or half acre.
And it's 3.8 million. Newport is past Northern Caribbean, straight till you get to Newport Police. You make the left turn, and then you look for a right turn that says Bethel, and that's where the land is. So on the front, there's however 40 acres as well, that's 4 million. And when you make the turn, there's one right behind it for 3.8 million. Also have 21,000 square foot, I think, in Cedar Grove. That one, the asking on that is 6 million. So when you pass Northern Caribbean University, it would be the third right turn into Cedar Grove and continue around. As a matter of fact, there's a big housing scheme going on right just up the road from it right now. I think it's an NHT is doing a housing scheme, but I've forgotten the name of it in Newport, in Cedar Grove right now. You found anything?
I found something. I'm trying to share my screen. See if I can. New share.
Remember what she said? House. Is it house you want or apartment?
Okay, let's share.
Oh, that's what we forgot to ask. Is it a house or apartment? Those are apartments, Tony. So 20 million can get you a 2-bedroom apartment in Kingston 10, Constant Spring Road.
So you can get you a 1-bedroom in Kingston 19.
1-bedroom in 19. Are all these apartments? Where are the houses? Oh, there's a Meadowbrook. So there's a Meadowbrook. Oh,
there's a Surbiton.
Let me see the Meadowbrook.
Where's the Meadowbrook?
I think I saw a Meadowbrook. I was seeing right. Kirkland.
I can change the search to houses.
Oh, we need to know what is it she wants first. All right, let's take another question. I will wait on that. Tell us if it's house or apartment you're looking for.
Okay. Zoe wants to know. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know anything about the development in St. Mary called Sanctuary at Farm Hill? I saw it online several months ago, but nothing since then.
I know where it is, but I don't know anything about it. So you got to retreat, continue around. We passed it down and then we're going to Gale.
Okay.
I know where it is, but I don't know anything about the development itself. But I know where it is.
Someone's asking, GM Lux, any house in Angels, Spanish Town for sale?
I can check. Somebody says, common law not registered by the crown. Okay.
What's up with Seaview in Harborview? Seaview? What's that?
Seascape, you mean?
What's Seascape?
I'm trying to remember. The housing development by Wicon? Is that what you're asking? They've started building, actually. I don't know if they've started selling. I hear Kuwait. Did the person answer us about house or
Oh, let me check. I'm working from.
Somebody wants a Zoom link. We abandoned it last week. I helped them. Sorry about that. Toni-Ann, post the link early for the Zoom session.
It's posted already. I can post it again.
Oh, you posted it already.
Zoom.
Are you seeing everybody again?
All right, Zoom link now posted.
All right, there it is out there. Zoom is posted.
Oh, so someone asking us about the homestead. Yes, so we're still looking for persons who are interested in the homestead community. I think we're looking for about 20 families to join. I will send a link for anyone who's interested. We started the WhatsApp group, so we've started the conversation of what this homestead or what we're hoping should look like, right? So it's just to make some final decisions so that we can come up with a budget for a homestead.
So how many persons you have already?
So we have 13 families already. So we're just looking for a few more. So I put the homestead link. So anyone who's interested, you can just fill out the information. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group, and then we can you can join the group and we can start the discussion.
All right. So mainly the discussion is centering around which parish, the monies that everybody will have and can put forward up front. That's looking like $1 million from each family.
Yeah,
now,
1 million from each family.
Based on the voting that's going on. And they're looking at 2 parishes, St. Thomas and Portland. I prefer St. Anne and St. Mary.
The challenge with St. Thomas is that it doesn't get any rain. It's dry, and we're trying to do farming, so we need a parish that gets lots of rainfall.
Yeah.
Right, because if otherwise from that we'll be doing rainwater harvesting, and we'd want
when you'll be doing with no rain.
Exactly. And I would like to not have to use NWC water to water these plants. So
they need river.
River, yeah.
Or river. Or not well.
River or well, that really depends on the budget. So the more persons we get into the homestead, then obviously a better property that we can afford to buy together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for 20 families. We have 13 already. So if you're interested, please fill out the link.
Right. So what we are looking to do, we probably form a company, and you have your shares according to what your contribution is. We allocate a section for the houses. So these houses won't be elaborate big houses, right? Each family will build their house within a reasonable size. We haven't set the square footage as yet for these houses. But each family will build on their plot that's on the farmstead. And the rest of it will be what? Rest of it
will be farm. So whether we're going to be doing crops, trees, maybe a garden, because somebody might want actually just flowers.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. And place for animals. Not sure yet what kind of animals, but we may need like maybe some goats or a few cows for milking purposes.
So it would be good if somebody comes to this farmstead who knows about those things.
Right. Or we're going to be learning everything from scratch.
Well, we don't know anything about goats and pigs.
But we can get persons to teach us.
Yeah, there are lots of persons in Jamaica who know for rare animals. And yeah, I'm actually afraid of those animals.
I think I'll be okay with goat and sheep and chickens, and cows maybe, but I'm not so certain about like the bigger ones like horses.
But a cow is big, 400 to 600 pounds.
Yeah, but he's slow, big but slow.
Oh, you think you can outrun a cow? Never.
He has 2 extra legs.
Tiny house in Angels, Spanish Town. We had one in Angels. It's sold now. We just sold one for 12 million. We can check. All right, did the person answer us about whether it's house or sea view in Harbor View? I think the sea you're talking about. Oh my God, what's the name of the schema? I think that probably sold out now. You know, some townhouses that we can go and doing. We can usually sell off those things before they even start building.
All right, let me see. Oh yes, the Harbor View development. What is it called though?
I can't remember.
Seascape. Somebody says it's called Seascape.
Yeah, probably sold out. You ever called Weekend about that? I think I signed up for one to what them know call me.
Paula says, hello from New York, sending you guys some cold and snow. You're welcome.
Cold and snow.
But we're getting a bit of rain today.
We're getting a bit of rain. That's all we can manage, just a bit of rain. Somebody said today that Texas is snowy.
Yes, I heard that too.
Texas normally have snow?
Apparently.
Wow. Hello, real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi.
Hi. You're a real estate agent in Atlanta, Audrey? Hi.
Sounds that way.
Thank you for joining us. You emailed Recon so many times, no response. I know what you mean. Did you sign up on the website? A small amount of units they'll be doing. So we're in Portmore, Shooters Hill. But I think you're skipping the questions. I'm seeing them, but you're not.
I probably need to get my glasses.
Yeah, you probably need to get your glasses. What was the question? Where Shooters Hill? The Shooters Hill is when you come to the Hellshire main road. So you can enter Hellshire from, Port Henderson Road, right? Pass the Burger King KFC on the right, come to the intersection, turn left, heading towards Hellshire. So on the left, we have commercial. We have gas station, we have plazas, we have churches on the left, we have Greater Portmore on the right. So when you go through the Greater Portmore stoplight, you continue. The last, I think there's a church.
There's a second stoplight there.
Right, but the last commercial property you come to on the left, or the last property on the left, which I think is a church. Shooter's Hill is there on the left after that.
So it starts right there. Oh, that's basically still Greater Portmore.
Yeah. So and it used to be, I know you have iguanas and all of that up there. That's but right. I'm sure it's going to be gated, so the iguanas won't get in. Yes. So, but if you can get in, you buy one, all right? First movers. Anything in the Kencott? I used to live in Kencott, people. All Kencott used to live.
Which road were you on?
19 South Road. So much place I live? I live at about 20-something places in Jamaica. And people say them can't move. 20-something, come on, people. Between the throwing out and the box run about, you end up at 20-odd places under. Your grandmother knows to live everywhere. All right, so hi Ruby, thank you for joining us. She wants to know if there's anything in Kencott.
Kencott? That's going to be
what? Can we search Kencott? I don't think so.
No, we can't. We'd have to narrow it down to Kingston 10 and then search for Kencott after that, visually.
So Kencott cover roads like Grove Road, South Road, Central Avenue. You saw me know Kencott.
Is Linders part of that? Or would that be the border?
Kind of the border.
So halfway tree and Linders is the border of Kencott?
Yeah. Okay. I know Kencott very well. I used to walk from there, go to Woolman's. So walk it, guys. Walk. Xander. Yeah. Tonya, you don't answer your phone when we call.
That's because the office answers my phone most times.
The office is supposed to answer our phones because we're on the road. So we need to tell the office that they don't answer their phones. Not answering the phones. You want to buy the lowest and hold. That was from which question?
The 14 to 25 million.
But 14 might get in the ghetto. Let's show her what 14 get her. It's not worth it. Let's see what 14 gets. 14. Can 14 get into any part? Maybe.
Let's see.
14 can get you in Corville. We just sold a Corville for 12 million. 14. 14. Okay, go ahead. Only 7 properties. And this is in St. Andrew. All right, share the screen.
It's shared.
So
a 2-bedroom apartment.
A 2-bedroom apartment, Corville. That's 12. Barbican Road, 13 million.
A 1-bed apartment.
A 1-bed apartment. Let me see where it is, and I'm sure this is not.
No,
this is the one I'm thinking of, the one at Sovereign. Let me see the front picture.
No, not Sovereign. This is the one in front of Arcadia.
Arcadia. Is it new?
No.
Let me see the outside. It's the outside I want to see. See that water. Oh, this one. So this is what that will get to. This is right on the main. They barely have any parking. As you can see, it is not gated. Everybody parking outside. Just drive up and park.
That's the one by Arcadia.
Arcadia. Space wants to be painted too. All right, what's the next one? Constant Spring Road will get you a 1-bedroom for 14.5. You can get a house at 7 Miles Bull Bay for 15 million.
Looks like a fixer-upper.
Looks like, yeah, show the pictures. Wow. Wow. That's 15 million, everybody. That's what you're going to get in St. Andrew for that kind of money. Is it on the beach?
Looks that way.
So that's why it looks so ravished. Because that's the watermark at the base, like flooding. Go back. Yeah.
Oh.
At the base of the building.
Flooding.
Like water comes in sometimes. All right. So that's what, and we stopped at 15 million. Anything else at 15?
More apartments.
Lawrence Tavern at 15. And that's a 4-bedroom. Let us see that house. Scroll down. So this is a house up in Lawrence Tavern, but this is up in the hills, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, Dan?
House not look too bad though.
No, it's below a road though. You can't see the split level. See the retaining wall?
So you think this is the road above here, so?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right.
And another apartment. Yeah, so
and
it's
another
an
apartment on Barbican Road.
So if you have that budget, definitely an apartment.
St. Andrew is the St. Andrew and Montego Bay. St. Andrew is the parish. St. James is the parish. So we're talking about Ridge. You finished? Zanz is protesting. Are you hungry now, Zanz? Are you hungry? You want dinner? You want to sleep? God tell. He wants to sleep.
Let's go send it to mommy.
Yeah, no, you want to sleep. Are you having a hiccup, eh?
Faith wants to know.
So hold on. So, which is why we say don't buy cheap. Not in St. Andrew.
Can you get away with cheap in any other parish?
Maybe Trelawney. 15 million can get our 2-bedroom.
Okay.
We just sold, how much was?
But 15 million for Trelawney is not cheap.
We sold a 2-bedroom in Florence for 17 million recently. Old Harbor, they came up with some new houses, and those were at 14.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to stick to a $14 million budget, that's not St. Andrew. I wouldn't buy St. Andrew with that money, no. I would go out to Old Harbor and buy one of the new schemes, or I would run down one of the Portmore ones.
Shooters
Hill, Carry. Phoenix. What else coming? Shooters Hill, Phoenix. New Era Homes bring in Caribbean Estates too. Okay. So if that's your budget at 14, 15, 16 million, I wouldn't buy St. Andrew. You can't get into St. Andrew now. Anywhere decent with that money. Right? You have to head to Portmore, Old Harbor.
If you're willing to spend the 25 million now, then.
Yeah, 25 million. If you want to buy and hold, run with a new development, Portmore. But chase one of those and buy.
Faith Saunders wants to know, please tell me if there's any gated 3-bedroom houses are available in Mobay or Ochi. Yes. Is it Ochi or Ochi adjacent?
Keep forgetting that we need to go and do that development. There is a development in Ocho Rios. 200 and I can't remember the price. Is it 250 or 220? I'm not so sure. It's on our list to bring out, just that we just don't get to it. But Tony, we have to get to it this week. Mm-hmm. That's in Ocho Rios in Great Pond. We have to get to it this week because persons are asking. We don't have anything in Draxall anymore, but definitely we have Ocho Rios. Other things coming up too.
We can have resales.
Where? We have resale in Draxall. We don't have any resale houses in Ochi. That's the problem. That's gated. Ocho Rios was known for apartments, right? And townhouses. But some new developers have come on stream and they're doing houses. We can also sell your Pyramid Point.
Those are 2 bedrooms.
Those are, oh, no, not 3. Those are 2 beds. Okay. You want a 3-bed. Can you get a house in Portmore for 78? Sure, you can get a quad or a waterfall.
If you're in Portmore, go and buy Shooters Hill.
If she can get it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get.
If she can get it. You have to be,
because people have been putting their names on that list for years.
Years now, yeah. You have to be a sprinter, guys. Sprint. Toni and I were sprinters. I actually ran on the stadium track, I ran for Woolman's.
So did I.
And who you run for?
Woolman's.
Woolman's Prep. She ran for Woolman's Prep. I ran for Woolman's. So we both ran on the stadium track. There's very few people can say them run on that stadium track, We're one of them. Then they said he's thirsty. He needs a shot of rum. Yes, Bob. He needs a shot of rum, yes. Especially if we bring out him color. Hello, Miss Claudia, Toni-Ann, Rachel, and Xander.
Good vibes.
Great greetings. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. Yeah, my middle name, Anne-Marie. And actually, Toni-Ann have Anne, and Rachel have Anastasia. So everybody in here have Anne. Even Xander have Anne.
He does?
In his middle name.
Oh, yes, he does.
He does. He's Anastasia. So he has Anne. 4 of us have Anne in our names.
Xander Anastasius.
Do you know anything about the upcoming gated on?
In Westchester, Portmore.
Wicon is coming to Westchester. That's news to me.
That's good.
I didn't know that. Is it on their website? I didn't know that. Let me just check it out. Let me see if they're coming. Maybe they're coming.
That'd be good.
But we can't. It's so hard to get into those developments. I mean, they just can't build enough, eh?
Or fast enough.
Yeah.
We need to get a system where the house just drop on the land and within a week it's up, like full with everything, tile,
it takes
paint,
too long
everything.
to be built. Yeah. Those of you who want land, who want house to buy, don't be afraid of buying Portmore or Spanish Town. Just buy a development that you can afford in Portmore or Spanish Town. Years ago when Portmore came in up, I think it was Edgewater was the first thing they built. People said, I'm not going Edgewater. We sold at Edgewater, 3-bed for 15 million about 4 years ago.
Those were big houses, though.
There were lots. That same house now, if the person asks 20 million, they get it.
Or more.
1 million per year. You don't be afraid to buy more. The first house we sold in Wyatt, what's it? What? No, not what else. What's it called? What I'm always talking about. Waterford. 3.3 million. And Tony just sold one for 7.2 million. I mean, nothing has been done to this place, right?
Not even tile.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's sold out. What's sold out? We can sell out Westchester already?
Wow.
Are you talking about Harborview? You can email them, I do believe that they answer their emails, right?
You know, somebody was saying they're hard to get.
Wicon is hard to get? By phone? Tony, add me to your homestead.
That's Shauna K.
That's Shauna K. All right, Shauna K. Send us a WhatsApp. Oh, Shauna K. Oh, I know Shauna K.
Okay. Shauna K.
I thought she was in it already.
No, she's not. She's not.
Shauna, you're not in the group?
I need to add her as soon as I come off.
All right. Ricardo Davis says.
So CM says.
Casual Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, Althea. Thanks. No, she's happier. Yes, Althea. May not be happy when you join the Zoom session and you hear all the things you don't want to hear about how you invest in your money, right? Shauna can tell you. Shauna is in the group. Single persons can't live in the homestead. Family. Yes.
Yes, you can be single and be in the homestead.
Well, we are single. I'm single.
I'm single.
Yeah, man, you can be single.
Right, and you can be single and join the homestead. So you can come in as an individual and build your individual home on a homestead. So you might not be single forever. You might be single now when you build a homestead, and a few years from now you find a wife or a husband to bring onto the homestead as well, right? You can come as a single person.
Yeah, man, you can come in.
I'm just saying family because that's how we are identifying each person on the homestead right now as families.
Yeah, because Tony, myself, and Rachel make up a family. We're always saying family, meaning us. We 3 are the family. And Xander has been added to that family now. So we that's how we look at ourselves as a family, you know? So, yeah, man, you can come on if you're single and live on the homestead.
Heather says, how about the homestead in Portmore? Portmore? That's not the best place to plant a farm.
Not only that, you wouldn't be able to get the big acreage.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's not even say it's not the best place, but the land
Right.
There's no land like that. Yeah, government own those lands, and the government sell them to the developers, right? So, and that's a big competition to get those lands too. So it's Portmore. Closest we could get is St. Andrew, but again, the big properties in St. Andrew are in the hills. Like we're talking about Garden Town. I don't want to go to Garden Town. The roads washed out the other day, and I'm thinking, don't want to be stranded up in Garden Town.
No, that's all the lands in the Garden Town is like this.
Yeah, I mean, precipice. So, the closest we could get to St. Andrew, or if we go the other side, St. Thomas,
I mean St. Catherine.
Or St. Catherine. But St. Catherine, you can't see the sea.
You want sea view?
Yeah, I want sea view. I'm probably the only one in the group who wants sea view. I don't know.
There's gonna be so much activity happening on the homestead, on the farmstead, that you really don't need to look up in the sky because everything's.
I'm not looking at the sky. I'm looking at the sea.
At the sea.
Yeah. But just imagine after a day on the farm doing this and that and whatever, I can sit on my porch in my rocking chair and just gaze at the sea.
Or you can gaze at the cow walking by.
No, I would have seen those cows out here for the whole day doing that. I can just gaze at the sea and just chill out, sip my lemonade and just say, yes, this is the real life here. You know what I mean?
I'm really hoping we do get to the point where we're able to eat at least 90% of the food that we consume off the land. I remember watching this short documentary on YouTube about this lady. She was like in her 60s, and her doctor said she's having a thyroid problem. She spent 4 months bedridden, and she finally said to her husband, we need to make a change. And she got up and she started her farm on 3/4 acres in their backyard, and she healed herself by only eating what she was producing.
That's true. Because you find that most of the things that we're eating now, that's what's making us sick, really.
Yeah, making us sick.
There's a slow death, slow. So somebody says, I don't have a green thumb, but what? Laugh out loud.
Oh, that's Althea. I don't have a green thumb, but you would make me the happiest if the homestead is in St. Elizabeth. I'll even donate whatever y'all need for the horticultural development.
we were actually in St. Elizabeth today at Goshen, and we thought of it, but it's too flat. There's no character. At least where we were, right?
Yeah.
So we came down from Mandeville side, which have all the character, all the hills and the mountains or whatever. Came down into Goshen. We actually saw parsley now, but it was so flat. I'm thinking, no character, no river. Nah, out there.
Somebody says, why not Palmbrook Estates?
So again, Palmbrook Estates is a housing development. So we'd have to buy a piece of land, beside Palmbrook Estates, a big piece of land beside Palmbrook Estates. But I don't know if we want to be in St. Elizabeth.
No one has voted for the South Coast on that side. Yeah.
And you see, you have to think of the future too, guys. You want to be easily accessible from the airports. Also, remember, cruise ships will come back. So your homestead your farm part, if the farm part of your homestead could also be commercialized.
Right, it could turn into farm tours.
Yeah, you could there's so many things that you can do once we set this up. So you have to think about how the distance to travel to get there. Do we have the amenities? We definitely need high-speed internet. Everybody needs a high-speed internet now.
Yeah, most persons voted on that.
Right. We need water supply. Whereas we can't go solar and do it without the sun. We definitely need electricity. Sorry. We definitely need water. Both for us and the plants and the animals. So yes, Portland gets a lot of rain and we're looking at that. But the Portland properties are so... No, and those are expensive. Those are expensive. We trade to see. We don't talk about it being expensive. We talk about the fact that we cannot afford it.
Right, cannot afford it.
We cannot afford it, but I also train myself and train my children to think, how can we afford it? If we really wanted it, how can we get this funding and afford it? Let's show them some of the properties that's in Portland.
Okay.
We saw some today on, was it property ads we're looking at? Or was it, trying to remember which software we're using? Portland. I mean, if I could get into Portland, that would be so good.
So we're considering Portland. Where are you? It was 5 acres or more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take off that price.
So remove the price from. So there's no price. Let's just say no price. Even Portland, even St. Thomas has gone up. Only 2 came up?
No, there's something else that it's searching from the previous search.
Oh, don't know it's an apartment. Pick up all of that. So no, 13. Search.
Is my screen still being shared? Yes. Okay. So
Hope Bay have a 6 million property, 5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
It's when done residential agriculture when as part of a proof subdivision for residential purposes. Or why did we turn this one down? Again, no. You have none such. Look out. It's 5 acres. This is just on the market. Did we look at this one already?
It's blessed with 3 underground water sources as well as fruit trees on the property. Very lush. Access to transit. Where is none such?
Did we look at this one?
No, I don't think we looked at this one.
Why didn't we see this one? Does it have a water source?
Yeah, it says it has 3 underground water sources.
Something about this one, I will never look at it, you know.
Yeah?
You don't have any view.
Oh, you wanted a view. You wanted a view. Where are you going to find view? Let's see.
How much is none such? 13 million. That's within our budget. It's only 5 acres.
Upper Fair Prospect. Where's that? Long Bay. Another 5 acres, 14. They have lot 11 and 12 selling.
I think this is the one we looked at. Pasley Gardens.
That's this one. Yeah, we looked at this one. This was 11 acres for 37 million. This is the one we cannot afford.
It has a 200-meter high ridge. This one have the view. Let me see if it showed the view in the picture. Yes.
Yeah, it does.
This one have the view, guys. So this one is 37 million. This would be probably more or less perfect. It comes with 3 old structures on it that we could probably renovate. The price tag is 37 million. We're gonna show you. Give me the MLS. Give me the polymer folder. This is the one that's across from Case.
Yeah. No, the 1492 979.
Yeah, this is the one across from Case. No, let me go back to the port now. What was the other one? The other one was 38 million, Mount Oakley, Port Antonio. And this one is
6 acres.
6 acres. Have a 3-bedroom now. They're the wrong thing. Close to the heart of Port Antonio. So over 6 acres, suitable for housing, small housing development, gently sloping towards up to 2.
It has a glimpse.
All right, let's see the pictures. So this one too is another one that you could consider. I don't even see the glimpse. Is that the glimpse right through there?
There's no other pictures.
Oh, I didn't like this one because of the road. It looked landlocked. Look, it has this little entrance.
Oh,
that I didn't like. This little entrance here.
I see it.
So, Right. What else is there?
And you were saying something that you wanted something on a semi-main.
I want it on a main. That's part of the challenge too. 18 acres. How much is this one? 10 acres.
Whitehall District, St. Mary, Portland.
You have a St. Mary, Portland?
I guess. It has a house on it. That's probably what's making the price.
About livestock. Various types of fruit trees and amenities. What's the price on it?
40 million.
40 million. For the amenities.
It has a stream.
And it has a stream. Cool. The house causing this price tag to be so high, 10 million. Seems to be on a main, on a semi-main. No more pictures, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. This looks like a drive-by shooting. Okay. So the good properties, the prices are, and this one has a view. Springbank Road. Investors. It's your opportunity to, Tony. You jump over.
I wanted to see the picture.
So this is what we're looking for.
Because you want sea view. You have to have sea view pocket. You want sea view.
Just look, imagine if I could own this little island out here. Just look at this, guys. Just look at this. This is how many acres, you said?
8.
7.8 acres. What does it say?
Investors. This is your opportunity to purchase approximately 8 acres of prime development land in Portland. The government is positioning Portland as the next tourist destination. This property would be a tourist experience of paradise on earth, as they would enjoy a little of everything. Views of the ocean, including Navy Island from the mountains, away from the hustle and bustle, but only a few minutes to the town of Port Antonio and all the surrounding attractions.
What's the volume of folio? So this one is 40 million.
1494 514.
514. 1494. All right. So that's what we're getting. Look if we have any more questions. So we're going to search this one.
All right, questions.
Portland gets enough rain, yes. So this is a challenge with us in Portland now. So if we got 40 persons, which 40 persons would be hard to manage, I think.
But can we accommodate 40 persons on 8 acres?
If you're going after small houses, yes. No more than maybe 2,000 square foot of land, but it can't be quarter acre of land.
No, and not only that too, we need to be able to, it needs to be some amount of flat land.
So the land not flat?
I don't know. We'd have to look at the terrain.
All right, so let's just take some more questions. We're gonna search. We're gonna show you how to use the iMap to search. Equal shares. Yes, equal shares depending on how much you put in, right? So if each person put in $1 million, then your share would be $1 million over 40 million if it's 40 persons, or $1 million over 12 million. So let's just say it's 12 persons, each person put in $1 million, then you would have 1 million shares out of 12 million. If you put in 2 million, you would have 2 million shares out of 12 million shares. So it just depends on how many persons come in. So we're looking at, we need to purchase the land. And then what are some of the other things that we need to have now, Toni-Ann? To other monies that we need to come up with to do other things?
And we get structure work, so water, maybe, and electricity to the lots.
Right.
Not sure what we're doing, sewage or individual sewage.
Depends on the size of the land.
Again, depends on the size of the land. We need to be creating maybe some greenhouses, buy trees.
Yeah. Buy trees, okay. You mean like ackee, mango, so on, if it's not on the land already.
Right.
And what about the other things? So we need fencing, as well.
Which is a big priority.
Which is that's going to be a major thing. Fencing, proper fencing, so that people don't breach your property.
If we go with animals, housing for the animals.
I'm not so gung-ho on animals, but anyway.
You can start off with one or two.
I guess you have to know how to handle animals.
That's what I'm saying. We can start off with one or two, depending on what we learn. Maybe there's somebody in the group that has been raising cows all their lives, and they're saying, yes, let's have a cow. And they know what to do, and they teach the rest of us.
Okay.
Right. The whole part of the homestead is for everyone to learn how to take care of the plants and animals so that we can all benefit and reap.
Let's go down. Somebody, I said, Dennis is asking me. Good afternoon, Dennis. Thank you for joining us.
No, it's Denise.
Oh, Denise. Sorry, Denise. Glasses. What are 1 and 2 bedroom beachfront apartments selling for in Ochi? I needed what are renovation cost per square foot plans? You need 20 million at least to get into Ocherius now for 1 bedroom. Renovation can be anything. It just depends on what needs to be renovated. You have to get that cost at the time when you're doing a renovation. About 20 million to get into Fisherman's Point, to get into Columbus Heights, to get into, what's the name of the other one? Mystic Ridge. Alka says, who have snow? No, never. It's their first time in Texas. What? That means climate change really gone here? Wow. Texas is getting snow for the first time. Wow. London is okay from yesterday and today. So no, hi London, so there's no snow in London. Hi, Miss Claudia, is it true that you acquire a property with a common law title? Someone can take it to court later on the challenge of ownership. Yes, they can. Because somebody may have sold them the same property under the common law title. Because there's no registry. With a title, with a registered title, there's a registry, right? And when they're selling the title, they have to transfer it to your name. So when they transfer it to your name, they have to take that title, now go to the titles office, and titles office will say, yes, it's clear, and put your name on it. Love your channel. Thank you, Audrey. Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for joining us. WhatsApp group. Lorraine is saying something about the WhatsApp group.
No, she's saying that she's already on the homestead WhatsApp group.
Oh, you are, Lorraine.
Grizzy is saying, can you still invest in the homestead if you already have a home? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. The homestead is really for persons who want to live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you want to live together with persons. You don't want to be isolated, right? 100 messages with Restream chat.
Persons have sent 100 messages so far.
Oh, but we haven't answered 100 questions?
Not all of them are questions.
Oh, okay. Some of them are just comments. Right. Still learning, everybody. Still learning. Hi, Devon. Thank you for joining us.
Rough them up. Rough them up. Rough them up wants to know, hi. Still no answer. Want to get something in Portmore. Can you help me? Yes, we can help you. Just depends on what you're looking for on the budget. Portmore is really difficult to get in because there's a rush for Portmore right now.
We have a 20 million selling in Breaker.
My client who got into Waterford, we looked for almost 8 months before we got something. And we had put in offers and offers and offers.
And got rejected. The offers were too low. Yeah. So you overbidded on this one?
Yeah, we did.
How much were they asking?
We overbid by 1.2 million.
What? How much were they asking? 6 point something?
Yeah. And that's how we end up getting it.
They were asking 6.1. And you bid it 7.2?
7.2.
Oh, Waterford, guys. And the new ones that are coming, it's more difficult, right? I may have a Portmore coming up, Who is asking me? Rough who?
Rough them up.
Rough them up. Send me a WhatsApp. I have a Brayton for 20 million. It's a 9,000 square feet.
We might have another one coming up though. The little 2-bedroom. Where's that one?
Where is it? I don't remember.
Is it Westport? I don't remember.
Oh, Westport, that one don't start out yet though. There's another one. Somebody come with another house to sell in Portmore. Send rough them up. Send me a WhatsApp message and let me just send you what we have now.
And you can send it to 370-8138 as well.
Mm-hmm. That looked like the house that was on the news where the car was covered in mud. Yeah, that's why your budget is low. Yeah, go to the high end. As I say, if you go to 25 million, go to the higher end of the budget. Don't hang out in the low. If you hang out in the low, stick to the new developments like somebody talking about Colbert Manor Phase 3 coming in Old Harbour Bay by Chemtech. Yes.
I mean, they're already sold out 1 and 2, and they've barely built any houses yet.
Yeah. Those hot offer mortgages. Those hot, what is hot? H-A-T, hot offer mortgage.
I thought maybe it was HAJ.
No, they don't. HAJ don't offer mortgages. Put a mortgage link to it. You want a mortgage, use this link. It's a link that will take you to a Jamaica National Mortgage Rep. We also get an email on it, and we'll help you get pre-approved for a loan. So use that link. Complete the details. All right, so Nicole, it's a housing agency of Jamaica. No, they don't give loans. Chicken and goats would work best. Yes.
On the homestead.
Tony is skipping the question.
No, it jumped. Every time I post the link, it jumps to the bottom, so I have to scroll back up.
Oh.
So we were just here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question from Mr. Handsome.
Mr. Handsome, I like that name.
Good day to you all. I want to know if get a 1-bedroom house somewhere in Clarendon. What community is a 1-bedroom in Clarendon? I'm not sure. We can check though.
We can check though, but I think NHT might bring in some houses in Clarendon, you know.
NHT, okay.
Some 1-bedrooms in Clarendon. I think so. But you have to be a contributor to get one of those.
Oh, somebody says Pyramid Point will have 3 bedrooms as well.
Oh, good. Good day, Miss Davis. If I want a house in one of the NHT schemes, for instance, a new scheme at Old Harbour Road, what are the requirements to acquire one of the units for NHT? First requirement is that you're a contributor. Mm-hmm. Not only a contributor, but you must have been contributing for a year or more if you live and work in Jamaica. If you live and work overseas and you're a contributor, you would have contributed for 2 years before you can apply for one of anything through NHT.
But to get us NHT home, you have to really qualify.
Yeah, more. You have to be. But tell you what, you know, those very schemes, when the people buy them, within a 6 months to 1 year, some persons are selling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With NHT schemes?
Yes, then some of them losing the scheme.
Or they go up on NHT private treaty.
Yeah. So if it's a particular scheme you're holding out for, but buy on the open market, Suzette. Pyramid Point up to 1 3-bedroom. You need to check them out. Joint mortgage institution is best to choose what with NHG in terms of least percentage to be deposit. I don't know. I think all of them is 5%. They give you 95% financing. So with all of them, you're going to deposit 5%.
So as long as you qualify for exactly what the house is being sold for, you can deposit 5%.
So if the house is 10 million and you qualify for 10 million, you can deposit 5%. That's a question.
SS wants to know, hello, Miss Davis, what is the down payment on the 4-acre of land in Breadnut Hill, Ocho Rios?
10%. Well, yeah, 10%. Depends. You buy cash or mortgage. That's where the cash or mortgage thing comes in. So if you have a mortgage letter up to the amount, 5%. If cash, 10%.
CM, Claudia and Toni-Ann, isn't there a new gated development at Lakeside View Park at Salem Runaway Bay, St. Anne?
Yes, we have been advertising it. It's called Lakeside View Park. If you Google Claudia Davis Lakeside View Park, it should come up. We're selling those. The 2 beds are 250,000 US and the 3 beds are 300,000 US. Lisa says, hi, ladies and Xander. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining us.
Suzette wants to know, would I still need a lawyer if I'm applying for a house in one of the NHT schemes?
I don't think so, Suzette. Everybody's going to sign the same sale agreement, so you don't need a lawyer.
Yeah, NHT has a lot of lawyers.
Yeah, but those lawyers are for NHT. But they're giving you one contract to sign.
But if NHT is a government institution, if there is something wrong fundamentally wrong with the contract, they can have a class action against the NHT. That shouldn't be an issue.
I need a class action. You alone can sue NHT.
Yeah, but you all signed the same document, so it would affect everybody.
It's one agreement everybody's signing. Who asked the question? Rough? No, somebody, Pastor Marie. Yeah, so when I'm buying from a developer, I tend not to use a lawyer. Everybody's signing the same agreement, right? So fundamentally, you would hope that you just read the agreement, make sure you understand it, and you move on. You can't do homestead in Portmore, don't have enough land. St. Catherine is too flat. Why can't homestead in St. Catherine? St. Catherine, homestead.
No, that's because you want view of the sea.
And the rivers are limited in St. Catherine. Recober runs through St. Catherine. I don't want St. Catherine. I don't know. I prefer to be on the coastline. So Portland, St. Mary, St. Thomas, coming around.
I think one of the reasons you want to be on the coastline too is just in case we want to make some money from the homestead.
Yes, guys. We have long term.
We have access to tourists.
Because the tourists are coming back. Don't forget that. They're coming back. Right? Don't look at it now, look at the future. Just imagine and project yourself there. Aldi said she don't see the link for the Zoom. I know. No? I can. Anne-Marie says, any name with Anne in it is a very good name. Yeah, well, I guess my mother thought so. She was the one who started the trend. And then all I did was continue it. All right, so here is a link again for the Zoom session at 5, where we talk about money, wealth, and real estate. That's what we talk about, everybody. So we're now doing a book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, What the Rich Teach Their Children That the Poor Don't. If more of us had that information early in life, so I read the book. If we had the information and implement it early, train our children the same way, then we can now start to have generational wealth and not just somebody gets some money and then it's gone out of the family. Like we keep talking about family land. Keep saying your family land, your family land, your family land. Toni have a way to call it dead left land. She's the one who said that. Kind that she said, not family land, it's dead left land. Because in a family land structure, remember, you function like the kings and queens of the world, where there is one person who's left in charge of this family land. Everybody knows who's in charge. The person who's in charge will make the decisions as to what goes on the family land, right? Who lives on the family land? And these family lands are only for bloodlines. So if you're not of the DNA, so Toni-Ann can get married and her husband comes and lives with her on the family land, right? But he doesn't have any claim or any
rights to the family land.
To the family land, right? Because it's not a direct bloodline of the family land. So
he's
Tony's
there by
children,
invitation only.
right? He's there by invitation. Tony and man, the men in the group cuss you out. He's there by invitation. You hear that? He's there by invitation only. So when your people die and leave the land, you must probate the will. You must take charge, man. So if the person who died did not say, okay, Mary, you are in charge, and it's going to pass to you, and you will ensure that the rest of the family members can live here, and it must not be sold. That is key to it, family land. No one person can get up and say they must sell, right? Mm-hmm. Key with it too is that, as I said before, only the bloodline, only the DNA, people of the same DNA can now have a claim and have an interest in this family land. I've seen properties where people are going and say, this is a family land. And I'm looking around, I'm thinking, gosh, this was my family land. Why does it look like this?
Looks like an abandoned family land.
Why does it look like that, guys? Why are you claiming that, oh, I have family land in Manchester and I have family land in Montego Bay? When you drive up to the place, you're thinking, this place look pop though. No.
And if it's the family land, it's showing an extension of what the actual family looks like, very disorganized and not functioning as a family unit.
Right. Family functioning disjointly. Each person gonna do their own thing. Nobody's working together to make this thing look like Buckingham Palace and look like a family land.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at the Queen's house.
Yeah.
You know that's family land.
You know that it's family land, guys. And the Queen is the one who's in charge. And she says, listen, you prince, whatever, you will live here. You princess, whatever, you will live here. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, we'll kick you out. Simple. All right? So, guys, I wanted to convert the dead left land to real family land, quote unquote, and stop talking about family land. And you don't pay attention. Nobody don't get together and say, okay, let us use that part for ackee trees. Let us put the buildings here. Let us create a proper driveway. Let us renovate mama and daddy house so that when you drive up to it, it looks like a family property. That is what needs to happen. And so that you train your children to understand. So Xander will know, hey, these properties that we have, these are our core properties. So all of these properties, we need to take care of them, right? When you have children, you need to be trained the same way. Your cousins and you. So when Tony start have children, will be Xander's cousins, and them have to know that them work together to maintain. So it's a couple of things you have to do. You have to maintain the properties that have been left in your family. You have to secure security of property. So security of property can be physical. You fence it around, those things. You make sure that other people don't squatter them, don't come in and live on the family property and build it up. And when you come here, say to yourself, what are you doing here? As if you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to learn to maintain. You have to learn to secure property. And you also must teach your children that they are to add on, build on to property. So them comes to mama with one property, right? As a family, you must know. Mama have one property, you maintain that, you protect that. But guess what else you do? You add another property.
Or you advance that one.
Or you advance that one, you build it up or whatever. Like Toni-Ann have this famous, she said, Mom, no child of the male species will be admitted to our trust without DNA. I almost died when I heard that one. So technically what she's saying is that she and Rachel children will be admitted automatically because they're coming from the female part of the bloodline. But the male, no, we're not so sure.
Don't know.
We're not so sure. So what she's saying is, I think it's a good point. She said, Mom, put it in this trust that if this child is from the male side, they must come with a DNA evidence. That's the only way we're admitting them to this trust. No other way. Also, the family will support you up to a certain age, so maybe up to age 25. But after that, you on your own and to be continue being supported by this family, you need to bring in more investments to the family. Go. Don't expect to be supported if you're not doing that. So you must protect, you must secure, you must maintain your family land or family investments, family holdings, and you must add to the family holdings, because when the problem take you, somebody gets sick, some disaster, some catastrophe, it's only if your family unit and structure is strong. That's the only way you're going to survive it, right? If your family structure is weak, you're not going to survive it, everybody. I spend a lot of time talking about that because it's important. In Jamaica, our families tend to be disjointed, all over the place and not working together. That don't work. You need to come together, right? Something about 75% JN. What's that?
Let me see if I can find it.
See it right here. Where? The very top. But part of it is missing. Something about Jane is offering 75% where there is no water and electricity. Which other institution is best in terms of giving more coverage for the joint mortgage for land? You're buying land without light and water?
Oh, Jane is offering only 75% between them and NHT to purchase a land where there is water and electricity. Isn't that the same for most companies?
Yeah. No. Oh, I understand now. So for land, the Jamaica National is offering 75%, right? Victoria Mutual offers you 90% for land. Or First Caribbean. Send us a WhatsApp and we'll send you the link to a mortgage officer. For either one, whether Victoria Mutual or CIBC. They'll give you 90%. I know what you mean now. When we took our loans for lands from Jamaica National, like our Red Hills land, they gave us 75%.
Okay.
For all the lands that I've taken loans from Jamaica National for lands, they only give 75%. So you have to have 25%.
VM gave you 90?
I bought a property with VM for land. Yes, got 90.
Okay.
At VM. So it's only Jane have that. Yeah, understand now. Tashilia. So just WhatsApp us. We'll give you a
Blessed Green Chick says, so true. It's dead left land in my case.
You see what I'm saying? Dead left land. And not fight over it or can't come here, some whatever. No, man. So in your family now, like me, I'm the head of my family unit here. So Tony, Rachel, and Xander have to defer to me. Not saying I make all the decisions, but I'm the last stop of the decision. So in other words, if there's a decision to be made, I will say, okay, Rachel, what's your view? Toni-Ann, what's your view? What's your view? If you want to do some investing, say, guys, this is what's on the table now. What's your view? What's your view? And they'll say, okay, Mom, I agree. Mom, I disagree. I'll take it into consideration. But like the Queen of England, I love that girl in them, and I must know that by now. The buck stop with me. So I'm going to make the decision, right? In your families now, guys, whether it be the male, and I'm only making the decision because it defaults to me. All of you, there is no male in this family, except Xander here now. When Xander gets older, he'll be trained, and we expect he is the firstborn of the grandchildren. We'll expect that he can take his place and be the leader. If he cannot,
because he'd be like, I guess Prince William, if we're doing this analogy,
right?
Where he's gonna have certain responsibilities
right?
On him because he's the oldest.
He's the oldest. If he cannot, then we might have a default to somebody else. But for right now, I'm the leader. You must appoint, whether by default or by appointment, a leader. You must have somebody who makes the decisions, who can have vision for the family going forward, who will look at it and say, okay, this child is good in this child is good. I hear all of them talking about, oh, me don't tell my opinion them what to do. It's only poor people do that.
You mad?
It's only poor people.
Your children are investment.
You know, but it's only poor people. Let me just tell all 200 of you here now. It's only poor people walk around talking about, oh, me not tell my opinion them what to do. Oh, me no.
No. Me spend your hard-earned money.
Me know my opinion them to do what them want to do. Really, guys. You do that. After you earn 100,000 a month, and 99,000 of that gone, pandemic pick me up. And you are going to tell me if that was a goat,
I know, or
that
you shih tzu that you have in your house for 20,000.
Yeah, that you buy, and you take 99,000 and spend on the shih tzu out of your 100,000. You don't make the shih tzu walk up and down the road and don't know where I go, exactly. And I eat anything where I want to eat and go play with all of the mongrel dog them out the road. Where are you going to do that?
We keep and care our animals better than we keep and care our children.
Yeah. So, and this, I think this is a Jamaican thing. I don't know any other culture, right? But Jamaicans, we really need to pay attention, because they say you keep hearing it. Oh, children are the future. Children are the future. Yes, they are. So if children are the future, why are we so careless with our children? We cannot be. We cannot be, right? There are some basic fundamentals that we must train our children. We can't work so hard as adults, and then we allow our children to be wayward and do what they want to do. It don't work that way. Not if they want to be supported by this family, right? Mm-hmm. If they want to be wayward, them can go up on them own and be wayward. But do not expect that this family is going to, what's the word, bail you out of your waywardness?
No, you must stay.
You must stay out there, right? That's what I thought. So, everybody, remember, protect, maintain, and build.
I don't think parents realize that your money is not to go to waste. You must get a return on the investment.
You must get a return on. The thing is, we do this in our group, or we do in the Zoom session, mm-hmm. right? Assets and liabilities. Mm-hmm. On the one hand, some persons will say, oh, children are liabilities because they take money out of their pocket. Mm-hmm. But how can you change that for them to be an asset, right? What is it that you need to do? And the children tend to be the biggest liability. They take the biggest chunk of your money that you earn, which is what you need to get it to the next level.
Yeah.
Right? But in all of that, and when we're doing Rich Dad Poor Dad here now, the subtitle of the book is What the Rich Teach Their Children That the Poor Don't. Those of you who still floundering around with this, you should join the group. That's the book that we're doing now. You get a serious insight into what makes these people over here have money and we over here don't have any money. It's simple. Mm-hmm. The teaching, the learning, what you learn from your parents or don't learn, right? And what you teach your children, that is what's making the difference.
TJ wants to know, hi Claudia and Tony, there's a development in Lucy called Ocean Point that I'm considering. Do you know if it's too close to the sea? I'm somewhat concerned about its proximity.
Well, we sold Ocean Point earlier up last year, was it?
Yeah, last summer.
Last summer, we sold Ocean Point. Persons bought it. Yes, it is close to the sea. It's just across from the sea, actually. So the sea's on, so the road in the middle, sea's over there, so Ocean Point over here, so. It is above sea level, however. It's not at the sea level. So you can call them and ask them how many feet above sea level they are, or maybe it's on their website. But it's definitely above sea level. What's your worst case you can think of that would happen? Your worst case, like any other development that's close to the sea, a hurricane come and blow you away.
Blow you away?
Yeah, hurricane. But these houses are hurricane strapped. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, them being even that close to the sea, it's not any worse case than me up on the hill. Because if a hurricane come and my roof not strapped, even though I'm not close to the sea, I'm still going to be, my roof is still going to be affected.
Maybe she's worried about flooding?
We're above sea level. Mm-hmm. You're above sea level.
And Ocean Point is on a grade too.
Yeah, you're above sea level. So the sea would have really have a full. And then the whole of the surrounding.
It have to be like a tsunami.
Yeah,
for you
to be really affected like that. But one thing I can tell you, when you live on an island like Jamaica, we are affected by hurricanes, flooding, earthquake, What else? Definitely. You're going to be affected. We cannot escape it. So we prepare ourselves. We cover our houses under insurance. Like me personally, that's why I don't like board houses. I told them about board house. No. Don't want no board house. Block and steel house. Because at least with the block and steel, we have been flooded already, like over in Spanish Town. With flooding, with block and steel, we can sweep out the water, clean up my tile them. I'm all right.
That's what we did.
Yeah, all right. With hurricane, if you have a concrete roof, you're all right. It's just maybe your windows might get damaged, and then we learn the drill now. We board up with the plyboard that we do what we need to do. So it's just like those countries that have tornado or they might have some other weather system that affects them a lot. We know we're going to go through hurricane, flooding, earthquake. We cannot prepare for earthquake, but if it happens, then we just have to deal with it. If you're scared though, you may want to get something inland more. Right. Like down in Trelawney, where those houses are more on a hill. And they're on the other side, opposite side, but they're not right up and center on the sea. So if that is a concern, then you might want to look at other developments, right? I always say, when in doubt, leave out. That's my motto. When in doubt, leave out. But Ocean Point is a good development. Swimming pool, lawn tennis court.
Not only that, the houses are really nice.
Yeah, the houses are nice for the price.
Yeah, good quality houses. The finishes are really nice.
Yeah. So Ocean Point, we sold it and we enjoyed selling those properties. So we have clients now who are closing on them, and we really enjoyed that development. It's about half hour from Montego Bay. So when you come off of the plane, literally within half hour you're at home. And it's on the main, so you're not.
And it's a really nice, easy drive.
Easy drive.
No potholes, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, it's a good road. And the Grand Palladium is right across the street. And they've all the
amenities. Maybe we can get something along that main. That would be nice.
At Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy Main. Yeah. And then come to think of it, it's only 30 minutes from Montego Bay. Yeah. And the hotel is right across the street.
Someone wants to know, how do you secure the family land is protected by bloodlines only?
How do you secure the family?
How do you ensure the family land is protected by bloodlines only? That's just Sharika.
Hi, Sharika. That's DNA.
A DNA.
That's DNA. So even if you have a daughter, so like for us in our family, we have this lip thing. Tony. So our lips have a certain arch to it, right?
Everybody has it.
So in our family, everybody have that arch, no matter what, where you're coming from, kind of thing. So but you go with DNA. Like we're saying, we're not sure of the male bloodline when they come and say, oh, this is my son or this is my daughter. We're definitely getting a DNA. So Xander is going to know that even if he's married to this girl, whether married by whatever common law, girlfriend, or whatever the modern thing is, his child will not be admitted without DNA evidence. He's going to know that, right? We're not taking it for granted, because one of the things with DNA, see, the DNA follows through, your bloodline follows through. And usually in your family, you can know what the jacket is. Them just not behave like the family. Them just
they can't fall in line.
Yeah, them can't fall in line. It's like you can't influence them, and there's something in their head that say, what's that boy, or where that girl that come from? Something wrong, man. Something wrong. You know, right? Them just not falling in, them not thinking the way the family move, them just not there. But you protect by DNA. That's how you protect anybody who you're admitting. Now remember, the people that marry into your family they will benefit from, so certainly if you live in big houses with swimming pool and all of these well-front, they will benefit from it. And they will also have children with you who will benefit. But it's only children who can be, it's only direct bloodline can be, as Toni-Ann says, have an interest. What's the other word you use? Use another word. You have an interest and you have a something. I don't remember the word she used. Miss C, for the homestead, will you refer me to the mortgage broker, as we don't know how much we have to give yet? I am in all the way. I'm in Canada. Oh, we're not taking a mortgage though. For the homestead, for buying the land, we're going in cash. And for anything else, we're going in cash. Mm-hmm. What will happen? You'll have your shares based on what you put in. And if you need to sell out, then you can sell somebody your shares, and then that person will now be part of the homestead. So, or you just like we talked about protecting. Mm-hmm. So if you have a part in the homestead, so like our family will be a part of the homestead, we'll be a part of it by shares. So like in our documentation for trust and all of that, it will say that XY, they will say something like, so whatever it is,
the Davis family has 20th share of homestead located at
X in Portland, and that's the value and so on. So the children will know.
What if we're saying for argument's sake $1 million an acre and $1 million per contribution from each family. What if a family comes and they don't have $1 million? They only have 500,000.
I don't know. I have to discuss that with the group.
Yeah.
But if you only have 500,000, then it would mean your share would now be 500 over the total. Mm-hmm. So let us say the total that we bought this land for was 40 million. Each dollar represents a share. So if you put in $1 million, you would have 1 million shares. If you put in 500,000, you would have 500 shares. So if there are any profits or anything to be allocated, it will be allocated according to your shares. If somebody is buying you out, then you can say, I'm selling you my 500 shares at $3 per share. So now they would pay you 1.5 million. Because remember too, on the homestead, you're also going to get the opportunity to build a small house, not a mansion.
You mean like a Richmond size house? 1,500 square feet. That's a 3-bedroom.
Is that the maximum or is that the minimum?
That would be the max.
That would be the max. I thought I said 1,000 last week. So we can't work with 1,000. We're going to 1,500. Again, the people in the group would have to decide.
Yeah, because I'm realizing some persons are actually coming with a family. Need 3 bedrooms.
Oh, they're coming with children and everybody.
Yeah, they're coming with a family.
Yeah. So we'll have to look at that.
But that's all to be decided after we get land, right?
Yeah. Not who's this? Michael Nickel says write a will. We prefer to do a trust, so we call a living trust, as opposed to a will. Somebody told me since week that them uncle take the will, I won't give them the will. No, you avoid all those things, avoid it. Just do a living trust. Does Jamaica lending institutions require mortgage insurance for the 5% down payment? No, they don't. That 5% down payment is you giving the seller 5% down payment. That's gone to the seller. Okay. They don't need mortgage insurance.
Margaret Chin wants to know, in order to purchase an NHT home, do you have to be a resident of Jamaica?
Yes, if you're purchasing it from NHT, yes, you have to be a resident. The scheme houses you're talking about. If you're a contributor to NHT, you can buy a house on the open market. But when they bring out the scheme houses, you have to be a resident. You have to live here. Let's see, for the homestead, will you skip somebody?
Skip it where?
Right there. For the homestead,
you read that one already.
Will you refer? Oh. How do you? Sorry, everybody.
Okay, we did that one. Yeah, we did that one. There's another one.
And thank you all for coming. Remember to give us a thumbs up. It helps us with our algorithm. Those of you who have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see all the great real estate coming out and lots of things still coming out, everybody. Coming out.
Here's a question. Tashalay Bailey, what are the predisposition? What's that word?
Rachel, excuse me. Rachel, can I have some water, please? Sorry, everybody.
How do you pronounce
predisposing factors?
Oh, predisposing factors that could result in you not being granted a mortgage, even if you have submitted all the required documents.
Good question. You're over the debt service ratio. All right, let's go to the loan amortization calculator. That's in Excel. Thank you. Why won't my Excel load? Ah, here we go. No, go to Google and go loan amortization. I think in here, in Excel, I have it as file name if you want. Template.
So you want me to go to X?
All right, go to Google. That's Google. All right, everybody, you can use a loan amortization calculator to kind of figure out if you're going to be getting this mortgage. I'll just show you briefly how you can use it. So let us say, first thing you need to ask the company that you're getting the loan from, what's the debt service ratio? Or what's the debt to income ratio? So let's say the company says 50% is the debt to income ratio. What it means is that 50% of your salary is what can be used to service debt. And that's 50% includes all debt. So it includes your student loan, your car loan, your home mortgage, your credit cards. So just imagine every debt that you're paying for, including if you go courts and those places and take out loans, or any of these short-term loans that the companies give, like, right? Mm-hmm. So let us say you're buying a home. So what this does, the loan amortization calculator allows you to calculate, move this to 8%, allows you to calculate what the mortgage is going to be. So let us say you need a mortgage of, what's this, 15 million?
Yes.
And your down payment is 5%. Your interest rate is 8%. So you want to know the interest rate as well. So you're going to ask the bank, what's the interest rate? Them tell you 8%. You want to ask them, how long do you give the loan for? So in Jamaica, loans stop at age 70. So if you're 55 like me, you will get a 15-year mortgage. So change this to 15 years. Let's just see what 15 million will look like at 8% with a 5% down payment. So this is saying for the 15, the home price is 15 million, a 5% down payment, 8% interest rate. For 15 years, I'm going to be paying back 143,000 per month. What does this mean? That's just my loan. That's just for the house mortgage. Now, the debt service ratio is, let us say, you call Jamaica National and they tell you the debt service ratio is 50%, meaning all debts cannot be more than 50%. Your monthly payment for all debts cannot be more than 50% of your pay.
So if your pay is $300,000 per month and you're paying $50,000 in a car loan already, you only have what?
100,000, because the debt service ratio is 50%. So therefore, I'm earning 300,000 per month. The debt service ratio is 50%. So I only have 150,000 for debt. If I'm already paying a 50,000 car loan, I only have 100,000 for debt.
Which means you won't be able to afford this loan.
No. So I will not be able to get this loan. The only way I can get this loan on a 300,000 income per month is if I have no mortgage for anything, anywhere paid. Right? So what I do is I pay.
That's why your first loan should be a house loan.
First loan should be a house loan. Not a car loan, not a student loan. Not a payday advance loan. Are these things calling? So let us see if I could afford a 10 million. 10 million? that 10 million now? One, I can't see.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 10 million now. No, it's 1 million.
No, it's 1 million. I need another zero. So 10 million would be 95,000.
Now you could afford.
So no, I can afford a $10 million mortgage. No, the home price is 10 million. I'm actually taking a loan of 95,000 because of the down payment is 5%. So that's what that's saying. So I would pay 95,000 for 15 years. But like you know, let us say you're 30. So you would get a 40-year mortgage because the mortgage, they stop at 30. But in Jamaica, we can actually get up to 40 years. But let's say 30. Calculate. So said another way, Toni-Ann now would be getting 30 years to repay the 10 million or 9.5 million. So her monthly payment is 73,000. So she'd have to be earning 73,000 times 2, but because the debt service ratio is 50%.
Yeah, but this now is now 30 years for me to pay, and yours is at 15 years. But the money is not that much in different. Yours was 95,000.
All right, 22,000 more.
I would have to squeeze and pay the 95,000 and get rid of it. That's then another extra 15 years paying this loan.
Right, but you take the loan at a 30-year. And then you convert it to a 15-year. Okay. Yeah, which is what you did for NHT, why you're able to finish it so quick. So everybody, get familiar with the loan amortization calculator. Now, the reason why you probably wouldn't qualify for the loan is because that debt service ratio, you have loans that are, when they add it up, so them add up your car loan, add up your student loan, add up your payday loan, credit cards. When they add them up, your monthly payment is outside of a 50% debt ratio, or you are asking for more money than what your 50%. Let us say I have no loans. So as you can see there, I was not able. If I'm getting 300,000 per month, I would not qualify for a 15-year mortgage, even if I didn't have any loans. I would only qualify for a $10 million mortgage. Right? So you're either asking for more funds than your debt service ratio based on your pay can give you, or you have quite a number of loans already paying that have already eaten up your debt service ratio.
But sometimes the bank will tell you exactly how much you will get.
Yeah, you can still get a pre-approval.
Yeah. So it may not be maybe the 30 million that you wanted, but maybe it's 5 million or 10 million.
Plus, in Jamaica, the banks look for your income versus your expenditure. So if you're earning 100,000, you're spending 80,000 a month, bank not giving you a loan.
Right? And you have to get rid of some of the debt before you approach the bank.
Because the bank wants back their money.
And in Jamaica looks at it different than say the States, right?
Yeah.
In terms of the debt that you have. Debt is not a good thing. You're trying to get a mortgage.
Yeah. And the thing is, we cap the time that you can get the mortgage. We cap it at age 70. So after age 70, guys, you can't get any loan. You can get a 5-year loan if you're 65, but the payment is going to be high. All right.
Cora says she missed the Ocean Point question. How do you feel about the property? We love it.
We love Ocean Point. If I could afford that at the time, I would have bought one. It's one of those properties that we would have bought, like Richmond, Ocean Point. Ocean Point, they give me a credit, I would have bought. But what happened? I've been so many other things already, I just don't have the cash flow. And I would run into the same debt service issue problem with with the bank. So the bank would not give me any loan, right? Yeah, the bank would not give me any loan.
They'd be like, I'm sorry, Miss Davis.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Miss Davis, but you're outside of your debt service ratio. Because I know the banks, I know when to approach the bank for a loan, right?
Yeah, because you do the maths first and then you say, okay, this is clear now. And you can go.
Yeah. Or sometimes you have to clear up some of your debts. Clear up some, and then you approach the bank, right?
Yeah, you can probably take 6 months and clear some of your debts and then go back to the bank.
Yeah.
How do I scroll? It's not scrolling. I think it's frozen. Let me try this.
Somebody was saying that we can't ask questions. You figured that out yet?
I did check it. It's called Super Chat, where they can post their questions and it shows up at the top. And I think it like charges them. But we don't qualify for Super Chat because of our location. Jamaica doesn't qualify for it.
Oh. But they were saying to that they could, what's the word I'm looking for? Could they talk out the question?
You mean like call in? It would be like when the Richards were here, where we give persons the code and then they can come on the screen with us. Oh. But again, that would be like with the Richards, and that would be hard to maneuver with so many questions.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But they can always ask you questions in Zoom because that's more a round table discussion.
Yeah, you can come into Zoom and ask us, guys. All right, so we have
some questions left.
We have about 10 minutes left. And then we break and we're in the Zoom.
Someone is saying CIBC offers 90% or 95% for land.
Yeah. So Axel, WhatsApp us and we give you the link. We send it directly to our rep. The NIS website.
What's the NIS?
Just Google website? NIS, National Insurance Scheme. Type in National Insurance Scheme Jamaica. I'm learning something new every week.
Good.
Oh, hi, Anne-Marie. What was it you learned this week? All right, because we're so far behind, we're not so sure. It is common for the same mortgage bank?
No, is it common for the same mortgage bank to give you a loan to purchase things for your house, like appliances, furniture, etc., or a credit card?
Some of them offer it sometimes as a way to get you to take the mortgage, yes. Yeah, Jamaica National at one point was giving you 100% financing, 110% financing. So 100% was for the house, and then you could have taken the other 10% to buy appliances and so on, yes.
Joey Elder wants to know, I live in the States and I want to purchase some beachfront property there, and I'll be in Jamaica for a month in April. I need to talk to you. I'll give you a call. No problem,
No problem, Joey. Let us know your budget for the beachfront. We do have some beachfront. That's just she WhatsApp us.
Okay.
I like it. Hydrate.
You're right, Miss Davis. We cannot be loose and carefree with children.
But that's what happens. We're loose and carefree with our children. There's this ad on TV. Do you know where your child is? Really? We need to put an ad on the TV that says, do you know where your child is?
You know, it's funny, like Xander is small, so he's not going anywhere right now. Right? If I put him here, I know I'm going to come back and find him there. But I'm so nervous about him being out of my sight that he's always in my sight, even when he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Even when he's sleeping.
So you're chugging him around all over the place.
All over the place.
I know. When you guys are at that stage, trust me, it's a battle with my brain with that. Ladies, I have almost a quarter acre of land in East Kirkland Heights and Hills. How much can I get for it? Flat, no rocks. So where I said, that's good. That's good. East Kirkland Heights. Where's East Kirkland Heights? Up in Red Hills. Is there any way we can do a search and find East Kirkland Heights? No. As in just say East Kirkland Heights. That should be over 10 million though. Easy.
Or more.
Easy.
Over 15. Mm-hmm. Because she said it's did she say quarter of an acre? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rachel.
Can do a valuation to get a true value of it though, but it should be worth something.
All right, so everybody have a workman that's here.
Two of my coworkers say they would never have kids by choice.
Well,
that's true.
Everybody to their own. You find that when it gets down to it, you need them though in the end, you know. We'll all go through that. Mm-hmm. In regards to the discussion on the children, a summer seed too. Yes, Terry-Ann. Hey, Claudia, what would roughly be the monthly repayment on a mortgage of 25 million? All right, so you can check that. I need some help.
What happened? We'll be off in 10 minutes.
Off in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. All right, so first up, all right, I have a workman here who is doing some plumbing at a location, and he has just pulled up.
Let me see if I can get this up. Close the screen before.
The loan is 25 million, she said?
Yeah, 25 million.
Oh, but you need to tell us your age. Are you going to calculate it?
Oh.
We need to know your age, because the more...
T. Borrell, what's your age?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so true. The house must be... Oh, you skipped too fast. Yes, so true. The house must be...
Where it's gone?
Go down. What exactly is the open market? It's up there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go back up.
Oh.
What exactly is the open market? Open market. Can the Catherine estate be bought on the open market since purchases will be made through the National Housing Agency? No, Catherine Estates is Housing Agency of Jamaica, not National Housing Trust. So Google them. Housing Agency of Jamaica.
That's basically
so that's open market. Yes, so you can go buy one of those.
That's like a developer selling.
We'll pass those today too. We're gonna go get there. We should have gotten there this week. We didn't. We're gonna go this week coming so that you can see what those will look like. They're just some studios, one room, and I tell them have some one bedroom options as well. Mm-hmm. But you can add on. I'm giving you land, right?
Regina also wants to know, can you explain the closing costs for a house?
The closing costs.
A video of the closing costs.
Yeah, we have a video. So you can Google it. But basically, closing costs involve the charges for the bank. If you're taking a loan from the bank, their charges, right? It involves paying the government some charges as well. So you, the buyer, will pay $2,000 now for stamp duty to the government. If you're a seller, you will pay 2% of the cost of the property to the government. So that's part of the closing cost. It also involves legal fees. So whatever the lawyer is charging you, that's part of the closing costs as well, right? If you're the seller, it will involve realtor's fees. It's also part of the cost.
Someone wants to know, good afternoon, would you allow Airbnb or VRBO on the homestead for tourists to come and vacation?
Certainly. What is VRBO?
I'm not sure.
I think I'm open for it, but again, we have to discuss it with the rest in the group.
I mean, if we have homesteaders who aren't there all the time, then they can probably let their properties for vacation.
Yeah. I don't have a challenge with it.
Neither do I.
But real estate is and
it would be nice if the farm is at the stage where we can share it with other persons in terms of tourists and get some additional income by doing farm tours or letting them buy produce from the farm. Then why not? That's another income for the homestead.
Right. Yeah. It can be run as a total business. And remember, so 10 acres and them property need upkeep.
Right.
It need funds. It need upkeep, you know. You're frightened to see grass grow fast and all these things. Yeah, exactly.
Man. And you need the homestead to be active, so you need people on it working and visiting and interacting with the food and the animals, etc.
Yeah, man. You need people on it. It's not something that we're going to just put it up and we'll leave it and we go.
Right. It's not something we're going to plant the trees now and then leave it and it will build our house and then we're never there.
Exactly.
We have to be there.
And I see how much people go to Buckingham Palace every year. And never amount of people don't want.
People work there every day. People visit it every day.
Yeah. People live there. Yeah. Closing card. I did that. Good afternoon. Would you? Yes. So that's yes. That's something that we'll have in our bylaws and all of that too. Good afternoon. Would you allow? Yes. How soon do you expect this homestead to get off the ground? Everybody asks you about your homestead, eh?
Right.
As soon as we're looking at active property now.
Persons.
Even if we don't get it, we're looking at the property. That's the thing. We don't find it yet. We have looked. We're gonna start videoing the ones that we have looked at too, so that you can have an idea.
But our hope is to buy it this year, so we can get started.
Yeah, this year. And I know a lot of persons just really want to come home. You know, I mean.
So it could help with that as well. You may not have 30 million to live in Draxall, but you have your 1 million to come and invest in the homestead, plus your little money to build your 2-bedroom under 1,000 square feet home for you to come home. Yeah, and you be part of a community.
Yeah, and it's us that will make the community. We the people. We the people. How we function, how we work together, right? I just joined in. Are you talking about buying stocks? No, we're not talking about stocks. We are talking about real money, real wealth, real estate. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about hairy things on computer. No, Tony's talking about goat and chicken and fruit tree and land.
Things that you can touch, taste,
feel, smell, interact with. Not things on the computer here. So no.
Somebody's asking us something. What's this question?
This question is down here. Choose a bank and those. That's one.
Let's see.
Rachel, can you tell Mr. Foster to zoom with him, please? Or 5 o'clock is upon us. But can you?
Lisa Marie says we should move to next step and choose a bank, and those who want to be in the first phase can put their monies in the bank, and then we can go on to purchase the land for the homestead.
Okay, but we need to form a company. We need to form a company, open a bank account for the company. Oh, he's right there. Open a bank account for the company. We'll soon be there. Open a bank account for the company so that the monies can go to the company. When we made the offer on these properties, we have to show the seller or the real estate agent, depending on the source, that yes, we have the money, yes, we are ready. And then some of these things we have to bid on it. Like we missed out on a 17 million in St. Thomas.
Yeah, it was 100 acres.
100 acres
with a river, with a beach, with a sea view on a main for 17 million. And it was a bidding war.
It was a bidding war. Now, if we had the money in the bank, in the company, we could have entered the bid. Maybe we may not have won the bid right now. But we could have entered the bid. But you can't enter the bid without showing that you have the money.
Money is king, as I said.
Yeah. Money is queen.
Money is queen. What, cash is king? I don't know.
Cash is king.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You can take Anthony's question or we're out.
Okay, Anthony. Hi, looking at returning from the US to somewhere between Ocho Rios and Mobe. It seems new developments are 3 bedrooms at most. We'd really prefer a 4 or even a 5-bedroom home in a gated 350 US. In that case, that would be Salem Lakeside View Park, which allows for, it comes with a 3-bedroom and you can add on after that.
There is no development that's 5 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms. That's what he's asking.
No, you could buy a resale in Vista Del Mar.
Yeah, or you could have bought a land from us at
Hills of Draxall
and build. Right now we have one that is a
half acre.
A little more than a half acre. It's a 2/3 acre. It's on a corner. 110,000 US. Anthony, WhatsApp me and send you the link. You probably don't want to build, but that may be a best option.
Or buy a resale 5-bedroom house in a gated already, like Vista Del Mar.
Vista Del Mar, or 5 bedrooms in a gated. That would be Vista Del Mar.
Yeah. Could be Vista Del
Could
Mar.
be Vista Del Mar.
I mean, there's some
they don't have any amenities,
Draxals, but they're not really adding them up to 5 bedrooms.
No, there are 3 bedrooms. The land space not that great either for 5 bedrooms.
I know it's only
5,000
square feet.
Yeah, 5 bedrooms should be a 10,000 square foot lot, like a quarter acre lot.
Yeah,
which is what you get in Hills of Draxal. You're looking between where Orchard to
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay. Don't we have a 5 bedroom in Trelawney?
It's not a gated community.
Or it's not gated. You want it to gated.
Mm-hmm.
You said gated?
You said
gated. Yes, in a gate.
Mm-hmm.
350 USD. Yeah. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you. Remember to subscribe. Remember, give us a thumbs up, eh? And what else you want to tell them? The mortgage link is in there if you want a mortgage officer.
Right. The homestead link is there if you are interested in the homestead. Mm-hmm. The Zoom link is there. I'll just put a Zoom link again one final time.
Right. So we're moving into the Zoom session now. Those of you heading over to the Zoom, give me about 10 minutes. I'm just going to wrap up with someone here, and then I'm coming over into the Zoom session.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much. See you next week.